welcome back. Let's just check that time. Alright, so 9:07. Because I need to invite people. This is kind of impromptu. I actually almost forgot that today was Wednesday. So I literally just stopped and started doing this now. So I'm inviting. All of the invites, all of the time. I don't even know if I'm inviting people who are even online right now, so that's always fun, right? Alright, I think this is enough people. So I can stop shaking the camera every 2 seconds. Alright. Ooh, hello. And hello. Like I said, welcome back. We are going to be continuing on the necklace, of course. Which we've done, I think, 3 episodes of, and it is already gotten to this length. Hello. So, we're going to be continuing it, and hopefully getting at least a little bit more. Maybe to finish, I don't know. Probably not finish. I always want to finish it, but then it takes a lot longer than I thought it would. So, how is everyone doing? Hopefully, you all are doing well. I think this is the first week that I had kind of dreaded doing my live, like, it's Wednesday. Just because I have a lot of work to do with the with next week's episode. And I was kind of hoping to stop today and get right on that, and then I was like, oh wait, I've got to do an episode of Knitting with Metal. So, here we are. It's not that I didn't want to, it's just, got a lot of stuff. And, work's kind of been, really hectic with how they're, scheduling me, or how they have been scheduling me, just because it's rough. Gotta ship a lot of stuff, I guess. And, I mean, I'm going to be hopefully getting home sometime tomorrow, but I'm not sure if I'm even going home. Could be. But, alright, so let me see here. Alright. Yes, that means that we need to do the Mobius ball. So, we have the ending here. This is one chain length, I guess. And, so we need to start on the Mobius ball so that we can connect it. Let me see here. What colors do I have left? Alright, that's a pink. But how have your guys' week been? I hope uneventful. I know that it's been kind of weird out there. Hopefully you're working. If you're not, I hope that you're doing all right. Hopefully we can get through this ridiculousness. But I ended up watching a whole bunch of things on Facebook, and that's a horrible thing to do. Just saying. Facebook is the worst. But luckily, that's only a small percentage. So, that is what I am holding on to. So, we've got the start of the Mobius ball. You basically just keep closing single rings and just putting the next ring through all of the rings and just keep going in that pattern, and then you make a ball. It's really cool, especially if it's like a free-flowing ball, because you flick it and it just moves. It's really cool. Alright, I've got a light blue, a black, and a pink. These are all light blue. I am severely... Aha! There's red. Yay! For the single red. So... we've got, looks like, 3 people watching. So, hi everyone, how are you doing? Sorry I didn't give much notice. I didn't know when I was going to stop. So, I did not want to end up going, hey guys, I'm going to be on at 8. Hey guys, I'm going to be on at 8:30. Hey guys, I'm going to be on at 9. It's just, I do not want to do that. I just wanted to get stopped and then hop on, and hopefully people come on, which they have been. So that's great. I am definitely glad that there are people coming on, because the last few have been kind of empty, and that's I mean, I get it. Other things to do. People got lives. Can't be watching me fiddling around with aluminum. But I hope that you all enjoy the episode. That's all I hope for. I haven't even eaten yet. I mean, I had lunch, but once I'm done with this, I'm going to have to figure out whether or not this place has food. I'll probably just end up having ramen. Ramen! Ramen is always good until you have too much of it, and then it's not good. It is not good at all. Especially the cheap imitation stuff. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Me and my wife went to a nice ramen shop once. Only once, unfortunately. It's like an hour away from the house. 2 hours, actually. Something like that. Where'd that blue go? No. So I need to find another blue. I also need to bring this down, because I noticed you guys can't see my hands, and that's not cool. Hello. So, ramen's good. Ramen's good. Like, actual ramen is amazing. So, if you get a chance, go to a shop. Granted, now they're probably not open. So, when you get a chance. It's always hard, because on the road, everything that I would normally go to is open, because it's necessary for truckers to go to the bathroom, basically, and get food and whatnot. So, it's always a shock. Like, like, I know that things are closed, but sometimes I forget, because out here I only go to one store and it's always open. So it's definitely rough, especially going back home. I'm like, hey hon, let's go. Oh yeah, we can't. So, ramen, I can't wait to go back. Yeah, no, I like I said, I think that should be one of the things that we need to do once we get an actual handle on this sickness. So, hopefully, we can do better. But, yeah, so, as you can see, this is the Mobius ball. Too bright. Is this too bright? Like, is this, like, what do you guys like better? Do you like this better? This? Or this? It's all very glary, huh? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. How about that? Let's go through these. This better? Can you guys see that better? Or worse? That looks better to me. I mean, I'm, like, turning tan and red over here, but this actually doesn't look too bad. It doesn't glare as much, I'm noticing. I'm really getting used to these different settings. Like, some of them are good, some of them, and you have to get the lighting, like, right. And I am still trying to get it just the brightness? Yeah, I think it's just the brightness. So I think I'll leave it on this, unless you guys think that, unless you guys say that one of those other ones looked better. So, in any case, I forgot what I was talking about now. Well, yeah, so I'm trying to get better at this videographing. Is that a word? You know, trying to learn different things, trying to, you know, I started YouTube knowing nothing about editing. Nothing. And now, I think I've gotten a little better. And I just got this light thing for Christmas, and I'm still getting used to it. I'm still trying to do different things where everyone can see nicely. But it's hard. It's all new skills. It's not. It's definitely not like it's not innate, you know? For some of the videos, I always am like, well, how the hell do people do that? Whenever I'm watching like another YouTube video, and then like I go in to my editing stuff. I think I'm gonna be going to be using a different editor soon. Just because the one that I'm using, they changed. They like took a whole bunch of. They took all their songs off, and now they're using like not very good music, at least from what I could see. I went through all their list, and it's just not good. And any of the good stuff you have to pay for, and I'm like, I'm trying to keep costs down as much as possible. So now I'm getting my music off of the YouTube library. But I just used, I think last week's video was the first video that I used YouTube music on. So, hopefully y'all like that. The music was alright. I didn't, I kind of had to quickly edit that week, so I wasn't able to really go through as well as I wanted to. So this week is hopefully going to be a little bit better, because like I said, after this, I am going to be finishing that earring, those earrings, hopefully, at least getting the posts done. And then I've got a third step that I need to do. Oops. I closed this without putting it around the silly Patrick. No, that's a red. I don't want to lose a red. So yeah, I think I'm gonna be using a different editing app. Soon I'm gonna need to use like an actual editing, like on a computer. Soon, but for right now, I think I can still work with the one that I can get on my phone. But in any case, that's all boring stuff. The only reason I brought it up was because I was just, trying to let you guys know that I don't know what I'm doing. I like the way the editing came out on one of the most recent videos you made. I believe it was the one before this last one. That one, I think that was another rush job too. No, I was able to actually edit that one. But, that was the one that I found out that, my editing program decided, we're just gonna kick off all of the music and use all this different stuff. That's how they sound. I don't know how they sound. But, yeah. So that was a bit of a shock. I needed to figure out what I was doing with that. But, yeah, it's not easy. Being green. It's not. Don't want to get Jim Henson mad. Right? That's Jim Henson, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's Sesame Street. It's so weird. I didn't realize, I knew Jim Henson did Sesame Street and also did The Dark Crystal, but I never put it together where, he did the Skeksis and Kermit the Frog. What? How does that happen? Playful Muppets that teach your kids the ABCs, and then Skeksis. Yup, that comes out of the same mind. Absolutely. Same thought pattern. Mm-hmm. I think the scariest Muppet on the Sesame Street was, Sweetums. Maybe. Hello. It's just weird thinking. You hear the name, and you're like, oh, Jim Henson, okay. But then, I never associated both of them with the same person. I thought that it was just another Jim Henson. Not the same person. But that happened. The Dark Crystal's great, by the way. The show is it's alright. It's a good show. Yeah, it's a good show. It's just, I don't know. I just grew up with the movie. So, I was watching that movie when I was 8, maybe 10, not sure. When did that movie come out? The original, anyways. I'm old. But I love the movie. Friggin' watch that thing over on repeat. I don't know how I'm not messed up. Like, I look at it now and I'm like, I watched that? Then, of course, I also ended up watching it. The original, not the new one that just came out. Yeah. 1982? Really? That thing came out before I was born. Still loved it. So I could have been 5 for all I know. Dang. Ugh. But yeah. Very, very old movie. Great movie, but very, very old. I do not envy, being an 80s kid. That is for sure. Like, we had some great things, but there was some questionable stuff going on. Especially with, like, shows and movies. Like, at this point, I feel like we were all just a freaking psychological experiment for Disney. Let's see how much we can. Oh God, I wasn't even trying to do like a Mickey thing. That came out squeaky enough. Let's see how much they can notice. We didn't notice any of it. And now we're messed up for life, man. Now we see sex in everything, not just clouds. There was definitely some questionable things happening. And then you get to the point, like, past VHS, where we're going into, like, DVDs, and they're still doing the stuff, but now we have, like, the technology that we can do frame by frame, almost, and be like, that's not right! Now they gotta be a little bit clever about, placement and stuff like that. So what's everyone's favorite, like, childhood movies? Like I said, I like Dark Crystal. I like Labyrinth. Labyrinth is good. It was the 80s. Everyone was on cocaine. Yeah, and it was probably legal at that point too. It was probably being prescribed. Weird time. Weird time. But yeah, what's everyone's, like, childhood, like, favorite childhood movie? Like, you watched it consistently, back to back. That should be a fun little thing. Like I said, I liked Dark Crystal. I liked Labyrinth, of course. Labyrinth was another good one. Um, Princess Bride, of course. There's a lot. I have a lot of. I like a lot of those old movies. Pink. I'm looking for pink. Pink. G.I. Joe movie? Was that like the cartoon? Or did they make like a live action? Because I know me and my wife, I mean, I already saw it, but me and my wife, because she hadn't seen it yet, just watched Small Soldiers. That's a good one, too. I don't think I've ever seen the G.I. Joe. I've seen the G.I. Jane, but that's much later, I think. That had Britney Spears in it? No. I'm terrible. Don't quote me. Aliens? Oh, God. The Alien movies. Ugh. Ugh. Like I said, I can't believe how much like they got away with, or at least we got away with as kids, watching stuff. Because like I said, I think I watched it at like 10. You know, I really liked Stephen King at that point. You know, Jurassic Park. That's another good movie when you're a kid. I don't think I can rewatch it. The first one, sure. But I always seem to tune it out, like, right in the middle. Probably because I've seen it so much. I don't know. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. My dad had no idea what was appropriate for a 5-year-old. Yeah, now they did the movie places. They rated the rating system just started. Like, not just started, but you know, they were still getting a handle on it, and they were rating everything TVG. Like TVG and then the XXX one. Like, that's it. No, it's either good for broadcast or porn. I don't know. But they still don't know what they're doing sometimes, I think. It's very arbitrary on what they use to actually rate things. Alright, so I got this already pre-made Mobius ball, and I think I'm just going to use it because... Oh wait, there's a red. That's my last red, I think. Like I said, I think this pattern is going to start looking very monocolored in the blue area. It's going to be light blues. Ugh. That's not going to look nice. Yeah, I've got like 2 pre-made Mobius balls already from like previous areas. So I think I'm just going to use this one. Yeah. It's a Mobius ball. Doodle-doodle-doodle-doodle. But yeah, of course, I wasn't just watching that stuff. I was also watching, like, Fox and the Hound, the original, of course. That's always cute. Until the epic betrayal. Spoilers. Movie's dang near 30 years old. Shouldn't be any spoilers. Just saying. And a Disney movie at that. At this point, everyone should have watched all of Disney with their Disney Plus when they had it for free. That's what I think. Well, I hope everyone's doing alright out there. This is, of course, knitting with metal. So it is fairly slow. So, I decided to, just, go off and, do kind of like chit-chat. Unless you're like me. Oh, yeah. I guess there are some people, disappointments, who don't watch things. No, it's all right if you haven't. I mean, you missed out, honestly. But you know, you can always rectify it, kind of. It's really hard trying to watch kids shows like let's say Fox and the Hound, just because that's the one that's in my head right now. Like if someone hasn't watched it, it's kind of hard, trying to rewatch it because yeah, it's a kids movie, so obviously it's for kids. You've already seen it a billion times, and it's just it's a little difficult. The other one, what was the Indian in the Cupboard? That's one that I tried rewatching, and it did not work. I fell asleep. It was bad. I did not realize how bad that movie was. Like, it's a good movie, like, good premise. It's just, not a lot happens. It's very short. And even the exciting parts aren't that exciting. But the book was better, obviously, than the movie. But that's what I'm saying. Like, trying to go back and rewatch things from your childhood is sometimes hard. Sometimes hard. And then, of course, now, if you've never even, if, let's just go further back. If you've never watched, like, a silent movie, you know, the friggin', words, text. If you've never seen one of those, back when they first started, of course they were a hit. It was the first moving picture. Like that's kind of important. That's kind of groundbreaking. So if you try going back and watching those, you're like, what? What is this? Why are people so hyped up about this? This isn't anything. This is a nothing show. But, back in the day, it was great. Even when you were a kid, when they did the old style kind of cartoons that were like jaunty and not didn't have any words in it, but like had sound. Like those were great when you were a kid, but now you're like, what? What's going on? Especially if you've never watched it, it doesn't have that nostalgia for you. That nostalgia effect. And that's the show, people. Just talking about movies all night. That's a thing, right? No, we're not going to talk about movies all night. Not all night, anyways. But those are just some experiences I had. It's really hard trying to think of things to talk about without getting into anything like controversial. Like I said, I liked Stephen King. Stephen King's good. I got into the books fairly early. I think I was reading Goosebump books first, and then I went to Edgar Allan Poe, and then Stephen King. That type of stuff. Those are all pretty good. It's funny, like going back and rereading stuff. My wife was doing like school projects. She was in like a literature study or something like that, and basically she was she needed to read a couple of Edgar Allan Poe stories. So I'm like, oh yay, that's good, that's great, and I end up re-listening to some of them, and I'm like, oh wow, I missed a lot when I was a kid. Like, a lot of the subtleties just fly over your head, and you're like, oh, wait, I didn't think of that way, or I didn't think of it, pertaining to this person or that person. Especially with Edgar Allan Poe, he repeats himself a lot. I only just now notice that when I re-listen to stuff. It's like, wait, what? What? Like, your whole, like, the Raven is just repetitive. You know, and that's that. I mean, that was his style, but you know, it's just amazing how much you don't notice when you're a kid. Um, Now, of course, this is like around like 8, I think I was, something like that. But I really liked horror. Horror was nice. Um, of course, there's Harry Potter, which that's a given. Um, I'm glad that it ended when it did, because honestly, I was starting to get it was starting to get long, a long series. Um, so I'm glad, because I ended up, what I did for the Harry Potter series was every single time a new book came out, I would read all the ones before it. So by the time the seventh book came out, I think it's 7. Um, at that point, I was starting to get sick of it, honestly. I think I reread like after like the 5th book. I think I started starting on 3 instead of 1, because the first one was just starting to get um a little too boring, because I already know it. I literally read it word for word like 4 times. So, um, what's another good book? Wizard's First Rule. That's a good book. I don't know. I don't know who our like authors are. I don't know who the author is for that one. Of course, I know J.K. Rowling, but who doesn't? And Stephen King. Okay, I know authors. There are books that I have read that I do not know the names of the author. And I am sorry. um, but yeah, Wizard's First Rule, I think that's what it was called. Again, don't know the author, but that was a good series. I think it was a 3-book series. Hello! And of course, Redwall. I think it's called Redwall. That's a good book series. I've only read a few of those, though. Unfortunately, I was only able to get my hands on a few of them. Oh no, that's a pink. I need a silver. So I am starting off, well, I'm finishing up this row. What time is it? Okay, so it's coming up onto the time that I need to be shipping off. Unfortunately, I do enjoy doing the live streams. Don't get me wrong. I was just very surprised that it was Wednesday today. I kind of had plans. And I was like, oh no, I need to do the live. So now I'm probably going to be up until at least 12, if not longer. And then I might be doing the rest at home. Depending on how much I can get done tonight. And how much footage I get, of course. So. Alright. And this is where our color pattern goes completely out the window, because I have no more color. Yeah, it was going good with the red and the black, and now it's just... I do not have much left. I need to get more. I think I have a couple of already, like, not ringed up, somewhere in one of these bags that I've got. I think I have unspun metal. So, so far, this is what we've got. It's, almost a choker for me. What's a good type of measurement? It's like this much longer if I wanted a choker. So, yeah. So, this is what we've got so far. I don't think... What time is it? Yeah, I think we're going to end here. And I can just fill up the time with shenanigans. Shenanigans! So, I've got it's my box. Wasn't mine to begin with, but it is now. Yeah, I love the byzantine pattern. It's it is something. But this is what I'm going to be working on once we get off of this live in a couple of minutes. Yeah. I've got these two earplugs. The next person who says shenanigans is getting pistol whipped. Shenanigoats. But yeah, so I've got these two plugs. And what I'm going to be doing with them, they're all soldered and stuff. They're for my ears. You see? Got these in there. So I'm going to be putting these in once they're done. I've got a few posts. Then I'm going to be making making spikes out the top of these, and then a little something extra once I get to that. It's going to be a surprise. So that's a little insight onto what I'm going to be working on tonight. This Wednesday night. I've got a braided piece that I'm going to be making into a ring. I might do that tonight as well, depending on how far I get with, of course, my weekly stuff. But yeah, speaking of the Byzantine pattern, I still have, oh no, get off, you get off, and you get off. I still have a couple of these earrings. They've got the Byzantine pattern and the Mobius ball at the bottom. And they're hook earrings. These are nice. I like these. Fairly easy to make. It's literally just one of the chain sections of the necklace, and then a Mobius ball at the bottom. I like the Mobius ball. It moves. But yeah, I still have some of those for anyone that wants them. Contact me and I'll tell you how much, because I don't know right now. I've had them for so long. But yeah, so I'm going to be quite busy tonight, unfortunately. Well, fortunately, unfortunately. Yeah, you get some sleep too, but that's probably not going to happen for a little while now. But yeah, I'm going to be getting all set up. But I hope that you all liked this episode. If you did, hit that like button, and if you really liked it, hit that subscribe button if you're watching this on YouTube. Again, this is a live, well, not on YouTube, but it's alive right now, so yay for unscriptedness. Christian says, see you later, Pat, be safe out there, and I will be, of course. Thank you for saying that. I try to be, at least. I try not to leave my truck. I don't like doing that. But yeah, I hope that you all are doing well. I hope that you all enjoyed this episode, and have a wonderful evening.
Are you sick of those big box jewelry stores pumping out cast and poured copies of the same exact piece? And the only purpose seems to be cramming as many diamonds onto them as humanly possible? I am too. That's why at Pendragon's Twisted Metals, I sit down with you and design a unique, handcrafted piece. And best of all, you tell me what you want, and I make it a reality. You can schedule an appointment with me through text, call, or on my website. All info is down in the description. And if you want to browse my pre-made inventory, just click on the website link.